Tuesday. As mentioned, it was either yesterday or Sunday. I'm gonna try to go live every single day this week, so we'll see how that goes. Hopefully, we do get this done, but if not, we still have plenty of videos to continue going on one video per day. So today we're covering the marketing mistakes, the reasons that you're failing. So these are the most common reasons that I'm seeing right now where you're marketing yourself, you're marketing your branding, your brand, you're marketing your service, your product, whatever it is that you're doing, yet you're having a hard time converting that marketing into actual dollars and cents. Because at the end of the day, the reason that you're out there, the reason that you're in business is to make money. At the end of the day, this is your livelihood. So something that we, of course, can't take for granted. So again, we're going to cover the mistakes that I'm seeing, the most common ones, and these are the reasons that, again, the exposure, the views, the likes, the shares, the reason that these aren't actually converting into sales, because many of you are super entertaining, many of you are very good at what you do, many of you have a fantastic product, but at the end of the day, if you're not getting people to actually purchase or use your service, then that's a great way to go out of business. That's a great way to go bankrupt. And I don't want that for you. So as you're coming in, just hit that like button. It's going to really help out. Send the notifications out to everybody that we are live. But let's get right into it. So the number one reason that your marketing efforts are failing at this point in time is the way that you're coming across is salesy. That's something I really struggle with even to this day, where you're just trying to promote your product so hard, trying to promote your services so just intently that that's all you talk about, that's all you bring up. It's especially like in real estate. So I know that many of you are real estate agents that are watching this channel. Just, hey, use me for your next purchase, use me for your next sell. Hey, the market is hot, do you want to sell? Hey, the market is hot, let's go ahead and buy a property and take advantage of these record low interest rates. So that, if that's the only message that's coming out of your social media, off your Facebook, off your Instagram, off your LinkedIn, and if that's the only thing that you're sharing, that's a great way for people to mute you or unfriend you, unfollow you, unconnect. And so when you're going and making content, it's just you're essentially doing a commercial. You're essentially doing a flyer trying to get more service. You're essentially making a commercial of which is a video trying to get more people to purchase from you. So you're coming across too salesy. And again, this is something where I can point the finger right at myself as well. It's something I struggle with dearly. So I have to really pull back and provide as much as I possibly can to you. Essentially, provide value first. That way, if you still have the decision to make, if you want to work with me, you'll reach out to me. If you don't want to work with me, then you hit the like button and you go on your way. So allowing people that opportunity to see the value, get educated, and then reach out to you, that's where it's going to actually, this exposure, this brand that you're building, these videos that you're making, these posts that you're making, that's how it actually comes back to you, where people reach out to you in the DMs or call you directly saying, hey, Jaime, I see that you continue posting content about real estate. Let's go ahead and we'd like to have a conversation about making our next move. That's how the conversations end up happening. But we just get so into the sales mode that we miss it, and your audience misses it as well. So nobody really truly wants to be sold to every single time. And it's something that happens a lot in email marketing as well. When the emails that you're sending out week after week, month after month, year after year, all they talk about is what the market is doing. All they talk about is what the interest rates are doing. All they homes. People aren't going to open your emails if you continue to just barrage them with all of this information of buying or selling in the sense of, hey, use me for that transaction. So again, being salesy, that can ultimately just be a big detriment to you. Now, the second thing that I'm seeing and that's happening a lot is just being inconsistent. Being inconsistent is hurting your marketing dearly because one day you show up, the next day you're gone. You don't post again for another week. You don't post again for another month. So we've all been there. All been super excited. We either bought the course, we went to the conference, we saw a case study, we witnessed an interview from a top producer, a top anybody in your space, And then you just get super excited. Oh, if Instagram posting works for that person, it's going to obviously work for me because it worked for that individual. Well, then we just go right after it and we get really good. We make that post today. We make that post maybe tomorrow. But by day 3, we're like, I don't know. I just don't have time, right? I just don't have time to make that post. I just don't have time to make that video. I don't have time to make the X, Y, and Z. So we lose that momentum and we're just inconsistent with our marketing. We have the full best intentions and we all fall into it. We get motivated, but then we drop off. Same thing that happens with gyms where we sign up for the gym January 1st, we're there, January 2nd, we're there, January 4th, 5th, 6th, and on. But by around January 10th, we're done. Then it just becomes, well, maybe if I have time this week, I'll go. If I have time this month, I'll go. So it's that inconsistency that's really hampering your marketing. Again, the intentions are there. Not going to fault you for that. Something that we all get motivated, but we have to show up time and time again. Now, the third mistake that I'm seeing quite a bit right now is actually just being everywhere, being too scattered, being too thin. So being a mile wide but an inch deep, that's a problem. That's a problem. We all want to have that presence. We all want to have that mega presence on TikTok, on LinkedIn, on Instagram, on Facebook, on Snapchat, on YouTube. But guess what? Unless we have a multi-million dollar staff behind us, that's just not going to happen. It's just not possible. So you're going to have your core thing, your main thing that you're really good at. So some of you have an immense following on Instagram and maybe have 23 friends on Facebook, and that's okay. Some of you have a ton of followers on YouTube, but nobody on Instagram. Some of you have maxed out your 5,000 friend limit on Facebook, but maybe 12 people on Instagram. So that is okay. The issue becomes is when we become so scattered, when we get so thin in our marketing, we're not making an impact. We're just a little blip over here, little blip over here, little blip over here, and we're not reaching the people that we could reach. So if you have over 1,000 friends on Facebook, invest in those people. Even if you don't have 1,000, invest in those people because that's your sphere. That's your family, friends, acquaintances, and people that you know generally. So you really need to feed into them. If you reach 1,000 people, let's cut it back. 500 people. Let's say you have 500 friends on Facebook. I'll be honest, it's not that difficult to do. Every single one you can friend 500 people, and it's not going to be a stretch. It's going to be people that you knew growing up. It's going to be family members. It's going to be acquaintances, people you went to school with. Getting 500 people is not that difficult to do. Now, those 500 people, they are going to be great resources for you directly. Some of them will buy, some of them will sell with you. But beyond that, they have friends. They have their own sphere. So that 500 people is really not 500 people. That 500 people gets magnified by their friends. So the more that you show up in one place, the more that you become just that authority in that one space, if you will, they are going to notice, as opposed to making a post over here on Facebook and then try to do it over here on Instagram, then do something over on YouTube. It's just a great way to fail. So if you're too scattered in your marketing, that's a great way to not make an impact. So you're going to have your core. You're going to have that one core platform that you're going to dominate, and then you're going to have a secondary platform that you're going to be pretty good at. And then that third platform, if you can get there, that's really going to be that long-term nurture that you're going to continue to improve. So for me, YouTube is my primary, Facebook is my secondary, and then Instagram is my third. Is it tertiary? The third platform. That's really where we're really investing in, and we're doing some repurposing with our video content here, putting it on Facebook, putting it on Instagram, just really growing a following. But at this point, I do have a team behind me that's gonna be able to do that for me. So starting out, if it's just you, a party of one, that's completely okay. Just get invested into one platform and then expand from there, dominate in one place and then expand. Don't get so scattered because again, the marketing effect is just not going to be there. So those are the three mistakes that I'm seeing right now: being too salesy, just not being consistent, and then just being too scattered. At the end of the day, what I can tell you is get a plan together right now. Just, hey, what you want to do this week, just it doesn't have to be perfect, but just have a plan that you're going to implement for the week and implement it. It's really that simple. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be done. So sit down, next 5 minutes, write out what you want to do. If you're going to post a video on YouTube, great. If you're going to post 3 times on Facebook the remainder of the week, fantastic. If it's going to be making a small video or go live on, let's say, Instagram, then go ahead, go for it. Home in any condition. Great job, Jaime. Hey, thanks so much. Appreciate you hopping on. So I just want to come on here and just give you some big mistakes that I'm seeing right now. In many of these, I'm actually speaking to myself as well, because the past 2 days I've really gone deep into my business, reconciling my books, seeing how much money I'm making or not making, what the potential actually is, and just really analyzing where am I letting the opportunities go, and where I can really just focus on future growth. But outside of that, have a fantastic Tuesday. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.